Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. Yes. See, I'm getting confused. Day 38, June 19th, 2017. Today's weight is 480. And from what I was saying yesterday in regards to getting my plan stabilized, I have to get back on track. This whole week past has been a whirlwind, as I was stated before, in regards to getting this business off the ground. I haven't made any sales yet, but hopefully that'll start soon. I sold 4 bottles, but I was basically promoting someone else's account. They've got the credit for those, so I need to get my act together to get that going. And I have a list of people that I want to present this to because it is changing lives. I've seen it, and it's very important. So here's what I've been doing. And I want to basically tell people about this because it's important to me to get the word out. Those people like us, like myself and whoever's watching, anybody who has an autoimmune disease like Myasthenia Gravis, like I have, MS, Hashimoto's, a thyroid condition, who knows what, need to address it. I may have a thyroid condition still. There were several things I've been going through my medical records here of late. And I've got things printed out that I need to get organized. But like I said, the way that this has been going on, I do not want to get used to the pain that I've had when it started in May of 2015. Or actually a little before that, because when the teeth went out, I had to get my teeth cleaned. And I think that all stems from the bacteria in the teeth and the whole aspect of my life, how it's been personally, the things I've been through and things that I don't accept or the way I got heavy and all that stuff. So it's a combination of a lot of things. I look back, but I don't dwell on the past. I can't. So when I got the myasthenia and then I started taking the medication, the pyrostigmine, I already took Prezidone and I took this, and I don't like it because, again, a week for me would be going to work and then just getting tired. So then I basically started to work from home and still tired. The worst feeling is basically by Friday, I am extremely tired and saying, that's it, by noon, I'm done. I'd already worked 40 hours, 45, 50 hours by the end of Friday. But by noon, I said, you know what? I'm done. I'm not going to do this anymore. I'm done for the whole week. And I would just go to bed and stay in bed the whole weekend. Get up to, go to the bathroom, shower if I wanted to go out, but I wouldn't want to. And I didn't like that. I still don't like the fact that I'm stuck here sometimes for days. But that's part of what this disease does. And the pyrostigmine helps my muscles strengthen up and I can do certain things. But the one thing I'm glad, per se, that I haven't had a noticeable amount of slurred speech. I've had double vision and I increased my pyrostigmine. I did these things. And when it happened the last time, in October of last year, when I had almost a really bad episode with sight, it really got me angry when they said just increase the medication. I wanted answers. So that's when I decided to do alter different type of medicine. I already knew I wanted to go see this natural doctor, and at the time, I knew I wasn't ready because what I wanted to do is not just go there and get tested or I tell him, hey, I want some LDN, which I am taking now from him. I didn't want to basically say October, okay, I've had enough, I'm going to go see the doctor for LDN because I got to add this in. I wanted to put a plan together. The plan was, I needed to change my life. I needed to change my diet because on any disease you have, or in life in general, If you want to be a good life, you have to take care of your body. You have to love yourself. And I loved myself in the wrong way, and I need to change that. So I'm doing that aspect. So in October, I made a concerted effort to cook for myself, do things for myself, eat good foods, cut back on drinks, cut back on sugary substances, which I don't really eat sweets. The only bad thing sweet-wise I would have is a Coke or a Sprite or just, sugar water or alcohol a few times. I haven't had alcohol in a long time. Reminds me of a doctor once said, I was 22, went to see the doctor, and he goes, do you drink? And I go, no, sir. And he goes, maybe you should. Maybe I should drink. Yeah, so that's gonna look at some alcohol anyway. But point being is, I'm on the medication, and at that time in October, I said, this is October 2016. I've already been diagnosed back in July, and I've had this problem since May of 2015. So I told the doctor, or I told myself that, okay, I don't want to just go to the doctor and say, hey, doctor, give me LDN. I wanted answers that my regular physician and the regular neurologist wouldn't give me, because of the simple fact. When I went to the doctor the first time in 2015 for the problem, they said, oh, it's a pinched nerve in your neck. Oh, maybe it's a pinched nerve in your arm. We're not sure. Maybe it's both. Then the neurologist, because at the time I had to go to a neurologist because they said, oh, you had a stroke as well. So the regular physician, the ER doctor in 2015, May of 2015, told me stroke, pinched nerve, and your annular nerve's messed up. So it's here, and in the brain. How does that make someone feel when you tell you you had a stroke? And be that as may, this is when my speech was not slurring or anything. It had happened. Then when it actually happened a year later, in July 2016, when the myasthenia burst forth, and I was slurring my speech and everything, then they said, okay, great, this is what you have. And I said, okay, good. Then the neurologist who had already said carpal tunnel, the doctor who said annular nerve, bulging disc, all this different crap. So I had conflicting across the board. The neurologist said, no, you didn't have a stroke, you have a brain defect. Great. And you have carpal tunnel. And I recommend surgery on the carpal tunnel. The primary care physician was saying, no, bulging disc, you had a stroke, and it's your annular nerve. So they at least kind of matched up on annular nerve and carpal tunnel, but wanted to do surgery. And I said to myself, you know what? I'm not going to use this hand anymore. I'm going to use this hand. Or don't do this, doctor. It hurts when I do this, doctor. Don't do that anymore. Okay, I stopped doing it. So at that time, I stopped carrying things. I stopped carrying anything heavy. I would wheel things around. And I used to pick things up and move them around, and now I'm not doing that because I didn't want to aggravate anything, which does aggravate in the cold. But now the myasthenia, like I was telling you, okay, I'm taking the paracetamol, the Mestinon, 3 times a day, the 60 milligrams, up to 5 when the doctor said, yes, go up to 5. So they're giving me more now. But I only take 3 because I said, I don't need this, And the doctor said back in October, fine, take the 3, don't take any more than that. I said, great. After I saw the doctor, because over the phone they said to take 5, then I went back to 3. And I've never taken more than 3 since then, which is good. And I saw the doctor last in November of 2016. Then I went for a follow-up in March with all of them. I said, you know what? I'm turning 49. I'm going to follow up. I'm going to have a follow-up with everybody. So I had my physical done. I had my neurologist taken care of. And I said, I want to see all my paperwork. I want to see everything here. So good news. I had the reports from 2015 of May, July of 2016, October 2016, November 2016, and then everything in March. A progression. And I've been serious about diet and exercise to what I can do. Just the fact of just getting around little by little. Because again, it was hell. The summer of 2016 was hell. I had just purchased a brand new horn, French horn. For those who don't know, it's a horn. It's not a French horn. And I couldn't play it anymore. And I just kind of, this was a month old, and I couldn't play it. Or actually a month and a half. And I couldn't play anything. Couldn't buzz, couldn't do anything. So I said, stop, I'm stopping. So in October of 2016, I said, okay, good. I'm going to get back November. You got the clear head. Go ahead and do it. You can do stuff. You're fine. Go ahead and do that. So I did. I started playing again. And now we're at the break now. But I could notice some changes in me in the sense of being tired, but not as bad as I was in the summer. Because like I told you, I would work, and then the entire weekend I wouldn't get out of bed. I'd just be dead. I just want to sleep all day. And it felt debilitating. And my weight went up. And I just didn't like it. And when I started playing again in December of 2016, and I had concerts, the shirts wouldn't fit. My button shirts wouldn't fit. Then I had to make a mock vest that would hide the fact that the shirt wouldn't close. So I was actually like wearing a sweater underneath the fact that it wouldn't fit. And I felt bad. I didn't want to buy anything larger. And I just this is ridiculous. I got to do something else. But I want to work out, but I can't, because if I work out, if I go walking, it's like, and this is December, January this past year, 2017, and it was bad. And then it's like not that I'm not feeling well. It just, I felt bad. I felt depressed about the whole situation. And here I am taking this medication, the Parastigmine, and going, you're helping me, but you're hurting me. And so in March, I had the test done. Good cholesterol, good everything, except for the fact that I had myasthenia. And which, interestingly enough, and I knew this before, I need vitamin D a lot. I'm very low in vitamin D. So at the time, I said, you know what, take vitamin D. So I started taking vitamin D every day. Yes, coming late to the party, but I did that. And I try and make a good effort to go out into the sun. And I have that now. I have the vitamin D taking. And then I went to the specialist in May, and he reviewed everything and said, yes, you need vitamin D. I'll give you the LDN. Take your Parastigmine and take a good multivitamin. So my protocol now, medical-wise, take 3 Parastigmine a day, take 2 vitamin Ds, 10,000 units a day. At night, I take 1 of the LDN, and in the morning, I take 2 of the multivitamin. The only new thing is that I've been taking, and I can't find it now, and I got to buy one. Where'd it go? Where'd it go, man? Okay. Is the melatonin, because I haven't been sleeping right. And someone was nice enough to give me some melatonin to try and see if it worked, and it actually does work. And excuse me, for the first time in a few years, I've been sleeping through the night, and I like that. So that's my regimen, vitamin D, multivitamin, Parastigmine. Then midday, take my Parastigmine, and at night, take my Parastigmine, and then the melatonin and the LDN before I go to bed. And I did take it already, except for the melatonin. I should take that down. But yeah, I gotta. That's the thing. Is in the last few days or this last week, since it's been so crazy with trying to get this business going, because I gotta find work. And I'll tell you a little bit more about that. Since the melatonin is effective, I have been not taking it, or taking it later, and my clock got screwed up, which I know it's a problem. Because I don't want to be like taking it and then falling asleep an hour later and have to go to bed, because I have work to do and get this thing going. And that comes to where we are. The secret ingredient, the next step. Back in March, my best friend, who's had issues with health as well, heard about hemp oil, CBD oil, cannabinoids, and I've read about it too, and I see the improvement that it can do, and I've read a lot of the literature, and there's a lot of a stigma about the whole idea, marijuana, this and that, and everything like that. Illinois is a marijuana state, and everything. And then at the point back in March, when I wasn't feeling well, I got to the point in March when I said to myself, I need a medical alert bracelet. I don't feel well. I don't want to go back to the hospital again. And I may need to take marijuana. And I told her about it, and she mentioned that, yeah, there's this dispensary here, and look into it. Because I felt bad. And I had some new symptoms up that I did mention to the doctor. And it was frightening. Be laying in bed or sitting here where I am now or sitting anywhere else, but especially at night when I'm sleeping, get that gaspy, I can't breathe feeling. And it was scary. And I'm glad I haven't had a problem, because in May I started the protocol here I'm on. Because all the way up until then, all I was doing every day was taking this, the paracetamol. I wasn't taking anything else. And I think that adding the multivitamin, adding vitamin D helped me. And now doing the LDN is helping. So what I'm doing right now, like I said, vitamin, I'm going to repeat it because it's important. Eating right is part of the equation. Sleeping is part of the equation. But being on the pyristigmine, this is for myasthenia. Yes, it's what the doctors want me to take. I'm taking it. But you know what? I'm going to be my own advocate for my own health. And that's why I decided to say, you know what? I'm going to talk to a specialist. What do you recommend, doctor? What do you see? Here's my whole history. I brought up everything. I brought the whole stack of papers of everything. Here's what I've done. Here's what I've been through. And he basically said, yes, take vitamin D. Check. Adding that. Take a good multivitamin. Check. Got that. Here's the LDN. Check. Got that. LDN. Low dose and Naltrexone. I'll put a comment there. LDN. You look it up. This is very good. Start taking some of this, and then that is the drug portion, and then of course the melatonin, which I need to start taking that regularly too at night. So that's my whole regimen. That's the medical side and the holistic side somewhat, but then of course take sugar out of your life, take bread out of your life. I'm on this paleo diet, meats, eggs, juices, get rid of those. Sugars, get rid of those. Don't eat too many carrots or anything like that with sugar in it. Just try and low glycemic. Try and take that, and try to eat right. Drink a lot of water, which I still need to do a lot of water. I do that. I'm gonna do that. But going back to the whole aspect of that, in March, I was at the point when I was still taking just the paracetamol. I didn't know what to do. I really didn't. And it affected me. The breathing, not being able to do anything, and then I was trapped here. And I'm still kind of trapped in a way because I still have boxes I haven't unpacked. I moved here in October, And I still have boxes I need to put downstairs, but I'm so tired it hurts to do stuff. And it affected me. So that's why I said, Jesus, please let me get through this. Let October come through, the January, March, and then have something. That's why when I started playing again, that was the one thing, to play an instrument, to play music, and to do something fun for me felt good, and I did that. And I still had my weight problems with the whole, problem I couldn't do things, and it was just like, and then it started again because I know this disease is doing something that I don't like. It is starting to weaken more muscles. And like I said, with my breathing acting up, then my sometimes I will trip over and words will happen, and I've seen it in my recordings. And looking back and I'm going, Jesus, what am I doing? I'm messing up simple words, or they get slipped up. And I went, damn it. And then I'm not trying to focus on that. Is this the disease creeping up on me? And it did sometimes also in the fact when I'd be playing my horn, like the last time I played the horn. The concert, I couldn't play the low notes. And that was a shock to me. I couldn't play the low notes because you play it with very loose lips, but you have a very tight grip on it. And I couldn't play the horn, and it started shaking. And that devastated me again. I'm going, my God. And I practiced, and I kept pushing, and it just kept on getting worse and worse and worse. And I just said, I don't know what's going on here. High horn, fine. Low horn, had a problem. And I was like freaking out. This is right before I went to the doctor. And then I went to the doctor in May. And I gave my last concerts in May, and then I went to the doctor right after that. And I've now been on, like again said, I was only on this up until May of this year, and then I started taking the other medication. So I still want to play, but I've been busy doing other things. But I stopped just temporarily. I haven't played in about 2 weeks. I've been busy with other things. And that's the whole idea. Since back last year and now to this year, to up till March, I was working, and then they laid me off. Let me go. I finished my project and went, what the hell? I thought you guys were going to hire me, and they didn't. So March, April, May, and now June, for 4 months, I've been looking for work. And I got to find something. I can't just be, I've run out of resources here. And then, of course, I almost ran out of medication, and then trying to stay sane and do things, and I'm trying to keep my head. And it's hard. And I'm looking for work anywhere now. Revamp my resume, calling everybody up, doing things. And in the back of my head, am I going to start slurring my speech? Am I going to have an incident driving? Am I going to just have a crisis situation when I'm doing something? And it bothered me. So from March all the way till I went to see the specialist in May, it bothered me. What's going to happen? It really affected me. But now that I'm on the protocol, it worked out. And like I said at the time, I'm going, I think I need to get a placard for the car, break down, and get a medical marijuana card because of all the little problems I've been having. And it affected me big time. And I've never smoked marijuana. I've never smoked at all. I don't been a big drinker. And there's a stigma out there, and I'm going, what do I do? I did research, and my friend told me about go to the dispensary and all that. I called them up, emailed them, and they said, yes, we can go get the doctor. It's $300 to see the doctor to get this done. I'm going, oh my God, $300? Which I don't even have, because this is like end of March, and I'm out of work. What am I going to do? So I took the information for the medical marijuana card, and in Illinois, there are certain diseases that are qualified to get medical marijuana. Myasthenia gravis is one of those diseases. So I took it to my doctor, my primary care, and my neurologist. They laughed at me like, yeah, you want this, like they didn't. It's again, that angered me when a doctor poo-poos a drug because it has a stigma, and it really affected me. And it touched me in a very raw way. Why? And then at that time, I basically said, you know what? Screw you all. I felt the same way I did back in October when they said, increase the medication. Take more drugs. Take more of something they manufacture versus take something that could offer some hope and some healing to me. That's just take it up, roll it up, smoke it, eat it, do whatever you want. Natural. Pull it out of the ground and eat it. You know? Or smoke it, or whatever. It just boggles the mind. And there are so many articles that prove it can help so many lives. And then that's when, at the same time, I did the research, marijuana, hemp, THC, CBD, and okay, then let me just, why am I fighting this? In the sense that, why not hemp? Why it can help me. You know, I want to have a full life. I want to feel like I'm part of something. And that's when I did the research, what hemp oil can do, what CBD can do, you know, the whole, so I don't want the psychoactive effects. I want the healing effects. You know, the doctor, and it's funny. The doctor says, I said, can I get a medical grade vitamin D? I asked that question. Oh, no, just go out in the sun. The doctor's saying that, okay? Just go out there in the sun. Okay, good. Well, if I need CBD to help my endocannabinoid system, why should I go and take a synthesized drug that they make? Go and get the thing out of the plant. You get the sun from the sun, go out and walk and get some sun. Why don't I go out and get some plants and just take it that way? Natural. Vitamin D, sun, endocannabinoids, CBD, right there. Just take it, natural. Why can't, you know, just easy. It's God-given, take it. Same thing with LDN. LDN, I've learned a lot about good things about it, and I'm taking it too. And it's working. So, my friend who started this whole process too, because she's been through a lot too. She's been through so much. People not believing her. She was sick. She would have problems, night terrors, nightmares, shivers, problems. And the same thing with everybody who has an autoimmune disease. No one, you're faking. You don't look sick to me. You hear that? Oh, just lose some weight. Just go and work out. Go out and run. I have myasthenia. I can't run. I can't do anything. Grave muscle weakness. It's going to affect my muscles. I know I'm getting worked up about the whole thing, but the idea that I need the doctor says, oh yeah, you need vitamin D. You know, oh, well, the doctors say, hey, well, you know, hemp oil is good for you. You know, it's good for you. It's good. It's like, it's a superfood. You know, if a doctor says to me, you know what, eat leafy greens, go and make a spinach smoothie, eat some kale. It's high in calcium. You know, eat it. It's good for you. Take some vitamin D. It's good for you. Good for your skin. Good for that. CBD oil. It's good for your endocannabinoid system. Take it. Why not? And that's why when the opportunity came up, I'm going to jump on and see the light at the end of the tunnel. It's going to help me. And I see how it's helped so many people. They take it, they feel better. They take it, it's natural. Just like, you know, I want to drink, I want to feel refreshed, nice clean water versus a Coke. You know? Just something natural. And this is what this is. It's an opportunity to be in balance and to feel good. And that's why I feel good about this whole situation. And I want to continue to feel better. And I want to tell the whole world about this. Because again, each of us is different. Each of us has our own problems and issues. But this protocol works. It helps your system be in balance. And what's wrong with that? Nothing. You go to McDonald's, go to Burger King, go to have donuts. Crap in, crap out. You're gonna have, it's crap coming in. You're gonna have crap. You're gonna be crap. Feel like crap. You're gonna be like that. Have some nice fresh water. Have a good salad. Have a nice steak. Have some chicken, fresh produce, fresh everything. You're going to feel good. No one ever felt bad after a good meal. A healthy meal, wholesome meal. And no one ever felt bad after taking anything that's natural and pure. That's meant to be good for you. And that's what I'm going to do. So that's the whole process here. It's like, damned it be with people and their small-mindedness, like, oh, well, you won't pass a drug test if you take this or whatever. You won't do that or whatever. Whatever. So be there or not. It'll come up. We'll tell them, hey, I'm taking this for my health. It's my wellness. I'm doing this for me, and that's where it comes from. It comes from the heart to you. Like if you like poppy seed muffins, you take a poppy seed muffin. If you do a drug test after that, it comes up a positive. If it's a false positive, it comes up that. You're not doing anything high. You're not doing opium. Same type of result here. So the THC is so small. So whatever. Point is, it works for me to make me in balance, to make me feel good. And that's what I'm doing now. That's why I'm going to make everything right by what I'm going to do. Again, my heart is where it should be in regards to this whole process and moving forward and making sure that I bring this to the world. And that starts with me and it goes out from there. Eat right. Feel happy. Love yourself. Be good. Eat the right things. Do the right things. Live life. Laugh. Be happy. If you got to cry the biggest cry you've ever had. If you're gonna be down, then just roll with the punches and embrace the pain you may have, but let it go. And be happy. Let it out. That's what I do. So I can continue to do this, and again, I know I started the business, kicking it off. If you want to know more about it, because again, I've seen the light and I want to tell the masses about it. Hemp oil is here. It changes lives. It changed your life. It'll change my life. It changed my friend's life. I've never seen her more happy. I've never seen her more driven with a purpose. I can look back and remember her in the hospital. And I was helpless to do anything. And now I see how much she strived for good. And it all comes from the heart. The heart that wants to do more, wants to give. And the same thing. I want my story to be a story of hope and happiness. A story that everyone can succeed from this. That's how it's going to be. So, just wanted to get that off my chest, let everybody know about it. If you want to know more about it, I'm here to tell you the story. Ask me, I'm here for that. Have a wonderful night. Take care. Love you.